Today we're going to be doing the new Chemical Guys Mr. Pink, my CarPro foam cannon. First off, I want to give a shout out to Jim, Dr. Olds. He's the one that hooked me up with a little sample of this Mr. Pink. And then secondly, I just want to have a little rant, my own little issues with Chemical Guys and the way they go crazy with their advertising. 4,000 to 1 dilution ratio, but yet they say a cap full, so somewhere between a half to 1 full ounce per gallon. 5 gallons of water is 640 ounces. At 4,000 to 1, that would be somewhere around 1/8 of an ounce of soap per wash. I find that very hard to believe, so, you know, that's just me. Today, I've got just over an ounce here mixed with some hot water. I'm also have an ounce, I have 1 ounce in the bucket. We're going to do a 2-bucket wash on this after it's all said and done. But right now, I want to see how this stuff foams up. I'm only using 1 ounce because of their claimed huge dilution ratio. I figure 1 ounce should be plenty to create some massive suds. And I'm using just a small electric 1500 PSI pressure washer here. So this is real life, real time. This isn't some crazy gas pressure washer that they use, you know, to create these high foamed situations. So got it loaded up. Let's see what we got. Alright. We're going to try and do a little bit of a time lapse here. 2:33. I'm going to pause it here and we're going to come back. Alright, I'm not sure how long you guys let your stuff sit and dwell. 2:36. Been about 3 minutes. Car is sporting C-quartz and reload. So that does help, I've noticed, as far as getting the foam and stuff to kind of wash off easier. It's kind of hard to tell on the back rear window while it was still real foamy. I went ahead and ran my hand over it. I saw their video. I will say it is very, very slick. The scent, very nice. A candy strawberry type scent from what I can tell, but I'm just using a small sample, so I'm not real sure. Gonna stop it now. We're going to hose everything off and I'm gonna get set up and we're gonna do a 2-bucket method wash with it and go with that. Mr. Pink, I realized that I didn't actually video timestamp the 2-bucket wash. It's been about 15 minutes, a little over, to do the 2-bucket wash. Here's what's left in the bucket. Obviously, there's some good suds left. I have not done the wheels. I'm going to transfer that wash into my white wash bucket over there that is dedicated for wheels, and I'm going to wash the wheels. Here's something, though, that kind of surprised me. This is my rinse bucket. Look at all the foam and all the suds in there. That is after rinsing my mitt after every panel. There is still that much foam and suds. Now, it did rinse off very easily. The one thing I will say, when the foam was on the car from the foam gun, I noticed a lot of slickness, but when I was actually washing with it, I didn't notice as much. Kind of felt like a normal soap to me. Okay, the Mr. Pink washed off super easy, very nice. Have my 2 buckets ready to go. I've got about 2 to 2.5 gallons of hot water that I filled in there first, and then I and I actually had my 1 ounce of Mr. Pink in a small cup sitting down on a grit guard. As I dump it in, it kind of mixes, and then I reach down in there and mix it up. Multi-tool, set on shower mode. I don't like a ton of suds. I usually put it down in here for a little bit to kind of get it mixed in, and then at the very end I bring it out. There we go. Nice foamy lather. Today I'm going back to my trusty white Schmidt. Usually use the CarPro wool wash mitt on this vehicle since it's using C-quartz. And I just want to add, as you can see, the beading and stuff on here. This C-quartz is at a little over 1.5 years. I put it on in the spring 2 years ago. So we're looking at this next spring here will be 2 years. And that's what we're looking at right now. Now I do top it off with Reload every once in a while. But not as often as I used to. I did use a thing of Reload on it, give or take a month ago. So some of this might be Reload, but really, this is what the beading for the most part looks like almost all the time. And this is really just after hitting it with the pressure washer just to get the Mr. Pink off. Okay, it's been another 10 minutes, give or take. Just finished doing the wheels. Here are the tools that I used. Standard soft bristle brush, nice little microfiber finger washer that I found at a home store, and this is the foam in the bucket of warm water still. Now keep in mind, I have never once did I shoot it to increase the foam. There was no artificial agitation here, just the wash mitts, the brushes. When I do the wheels, I actually do one section. I use the brush, I go over everything quick, and then I come back through with that little microfiber and I do one section, dunk it, do the next one. That's how I do them, and I'm dunking it back in the same bucket of water, and that's what we got left. So Mr. Pink at 1 ounce, give or take, is actually a little under. Easily wash this vehicle. Depending on the price point, if they come out with a gallon of it, I would consider it. Now, I have, and I think that there are other soaps that are a little bit stronger on the cleaning aspect. Citrus Wash and Gloss would be one of them. My personal favorite, Hyperwash from Meguiar's, is, in my opinion, one of the gold standards when you're trying to look for a nice price soap that is good in the foam gun, foam cannon, as well as a 2-bucket wash. So we'll see how the pricing is. One thing that Mr. Pink has, in my opinion, over Hyperwash is that sweet, candy, fruity scent. I'll admit I do like it. Makes it nice. Hyperwash is a nice clean soap scent, but you know, hey, for the right price, every soap is an option, and it really just depends on what you're looking for and what you want to do. Good maintenance soap is what I would say.